This is a course in mind training. So, welcome back to another Inspirations for Whole Wellness. I want to discuss this a little bit today. This is from A Course in Miracles. This is a course in mind training. An untrained mind can accomplish nothing. So, I don't know how familiar you are with A Course in Miracles, but whether you are or you're not at all, it doesn't matter. Because what I love about A Course in Miracles and why it's my chosen path for my spirituality, for mind training, for mindset training, for psychology, for everything, for the way I work with clients, is because it really trains our minds. And it trains our minds to move from this stuckness that we have with the ego world, with the identification with the ego. And it really helps me make that shift, like quite literally within my neural network, within my how my brain cells work, and how the neurons have wired together and they have fired together for so long to support the ego thought system. So we know in neuroscience, neurons that fire together wire together, which means that the more I think a certain thought, the more I believe in a certain thing, the more I support a certain emotion and belief system about me, about my life, about the world, the more those neurons are going to wire together. They're going to wire together like they're best friends forever. And that makes it easier for me every time something happens. Every time there is a situation with my family, every time I feel something about my body, every time I feel the anxiety, every time I feel sadness, every time things fall apart, every time whatever happens, my go-to place is those neurons that have fired together and wired together for so long that confirm once more, that prove once more that, you see, this is my life. These are the belief patterns. You see, it's the same thing over and over again, you see? And I've been stuck in that for years until I started doing this work, where everything that would happen, it was this self-fulfilling prophecy. It was like, you see, this is it again. Here I go again, with abandonment, with all these struggles with chronic health problems, with whatever it is that I was navigating for all these years. My mind was so stuck into the ego world. Those neurons that have fired and wired together for so long, that were supporting the ego thought system. It almost felt impossible to move from that thought system to a new one. It seemed impossible. But here's where A Course in Miracles comes in. Because this is a course in mind training. So it quite literally takes all these neurons that have fired and wired together for so long to support the ego thought system and starts pruning them away. And then it starts sprouting and forming new neurons, new pathways that support the mind, the right mind, like we call it in A Course in Miracles, or the truth about me, the Holy Spirit mind, the way that when you think of who am I truly, not this five senses, three-dimensional being, but who am I truly and how can I express who I truly am within this body. That's when you tap into that channel, when you tap into that consciousness of who you truly are, then you start forming these new neurons, and your mind now is being trained to support what you're here to do. Because an untrained mind can accomplish nothing. So we think we're accomplishing things, and I've been such a doer, doing, accomplishing, type A, perfectionist. I've been doing all my life. But when I was doing from the place of an untrained mind, a mind that hasn't gone through mind training, meaning not the mind training that the world provides, but the mind training of who am I truly? Am I an ego, or am I a higher self within this body? So I was accomplishing nothing all these years. I mean, nothing is by accident. It's not like everything was in vain, but I wasn't really accomplishing my true purpose. I wasn't really accomplishing what I'm here to do, my path, my spiritual path that I'm here to go through and to express my purpose in whatever way that is for each person. So before, I wasn't accomplishing anything because I had an untrained mind. All I had was those neurons that were firing and wiring together, that were supporting my abandonment issues, my chronic health issues, my anxiety issues, my all issues. So that's why one of the many reasons why I love A Course in Miracles is because it helps my mind be trained in the most loving possible way, not in the courses that we take that are, you know, so many courses around us that are training you to be more of an ego. Thankfully, Course in Miracles is not one of those. It trains you to move, to go from that bridge, from the ego to who you are through the process of forgiveness, through the process of healing, and then to create, to tap into your ability to create. That's why you're here. But we need a trained mind to accomplish stuff. So an untrained mind can accomplish nothing. That's why this is a course in mind training. And so if you're interested in this, if you feel like, yes, I wanna work on this, I wanna start pruning away those ego associations, come and join me. I have a community of people we're doing this together. So come and join us. Now, if you want to get a little sampler of my work a little bit more, I'll put a link below to join the free Facebook group if that's what you want to do with us. So I'll see you next time.